going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming today to the schoolhouse. My name is Leanne Anderson. I own a business called The Whole Country Caboodle. Just curious, by a show of hands, how many of you heard of me before? A few. Yeah, a few. I've been around kind of a long time. I've been in the quilt industry since the early 90s and have really watched my business evolve into a lot of different areas. I'm also one of the designers for Henry Glass Fabrics. And I've been with Henry Glass now for probably almost, I think, 8 years. I don't know. I kind of lose track of time a little bit. Was previously, in the industry designing fabric for another company for quite a few years. So I've been designing fabric for 20-some years as well. So not new to the industry at all. So what I'd like to do today is just to give you a little bit of insight into kind of what we're doing with Henry Glass, some packaging tips as far as what we can maybe try to help you guys with some things in your shops. I'd like to thank Scott and Greg Fortunoff. They're back in the back over here. They are the face of the Jaftex group of Henry Glass and Studio E and all the divisions that they have. So thank you for all that you guys do for us. We also have quite a few of our design directors here. We've got, there's a couple other designers that were in here, but oh, there we go. Brittany and Julie Love are designers with Henry Glass as well. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you some of our upcoming lines and then kind of tell you then a little bit about how you can use our free projects and different things to help your quilt shops. Just to kind of give you an idea of, and if you can't hear me when I step away from this, please let me know, but I'm going to try to use my mom and grandma voice here so that you can hear me well enough. I love to design things that are very whimsical, so that's kind of the feel and the style that we have. My youngest daughter, Caitlin, who's going to fly in tomorrow, she and I are co-designing some of the lines together, and I tell you, we just have a blast. It's one of the best jobs in the world. When you're designing crazy little monsters and dinosaurs and things, first of all, to see what hits the floor before it ever makes it to the final draft, that's kind of the stuff that we like to look back on and see what we've done and how we've kind of gotten better over time. Some of the groups that are available now, one is called I Love You This Much. It is a little dinosaur group. And you can see we use a lot of bright colors. One of the things that I really want to show you shop owners that can really help you with some of the things that you're doing in your shops, we provide for every fabric collection that we do, we provide free projects. So you can either go to my website or the Henry Glass website, and for every designer that they have, you can get free projects that go with their fabric collections. And so, for instance, this little group, the little I Love You This Much, has a pillowcase, the little dinosaur pillowcase. This is actually a sleeping bag that when you put the quilt together and sew it up the side, it's a little sleeping bag. And then we also have a little quilt here that you can put together. So if you go on the website, download these patterns, they are free to you to use, and then I'm going to show you how you can do some packaging with those in just a little bit. Another one of our collections that's available right now, in fact, this just came in just the other day so I could get some kits done before we came, is called McAnderson's Farm. This group has, we do a lot with panels. This has a little interactive panel. This is the quilt right in front of me that we actually put together for the farm. It's designed to be used so that you can use it either on the floor or you can use it up on the wall. They can use the little zigzag track around there for their tractors, and then on the bottom of the panel you can cut off the little characters and use those for interactive play. It's got a great little book panel, which we've got right over here, and you can come up and look at these after a bit, or we can have some people show you. And so we do a lot with little quiet books, and so this one actually will show you then how you can turn it into a quilt. Got a nice little border stripe. And then we've got our Starry Basics and some of our newest houndstooth that are going to be involved with that group. Some of the things that are coming out, and these are also showing some of the free projects. One is called No Foul Play. This is actually delivered in April. And the whole premise behind this group is that we need to live in harmony. So the birds, the cats, the dogs, they all kind of need to live together. These are a couple of the free projects, as well as this one with the panel, and then you can see the little block print and how you can cut that apart. So there again, you're welcome to come up and look at these after we're done. And then the latest group that my daughter and I did together is called Glad Tidings. This group is actually delivered in May. This one we did as an alternative to, say, doing an Advent calendar. It's a kindness calendar. And so what we've done is the project actually shows how you put together the calendar, and then each one of the little tags, 25 days before Christmas, is an act of kindness that you can show to a neighbor, to a quilt shop friend, or whatever you want to do. And then we also have a table runner and a set of placemats as the free project as well, and that shows you the entire collection for that. There again, that collection, Glad Tidings, is delivered in May. To kind of give you an idea a little bit about what we do with the fabrics when we get them, and what I'd like to encourage you to do in your quilt shops. Of course, we'd love to have you buy the full collection. That's the best thing that we could have. And so what we show you then is when you download those patterns, if you've got the full collection, then what you can do, and I'm going to show you here very easily, come on in, is something I'd like to encourage you to do as far as packaging. Are you guys familiar with Uline? Uline is a great resource to get boxes. You can get different kind of things that you can package in. These are just plain boxes. We've got little gable boxes, but these are a great way that you can take the free projects that we're giving you. You can cut the fabric apart, put it together as a kit, and you can package it in these fun little boxes, very plain little boxes. But I'm going to show you real quick here how you can turn that box into something that is a lot more attractive. Now, if you want to, you could just take the front cover of the kit. This is Glad Tidings, okay? Or if you want to be a little more conservative, you can take that front cover and just make it into, say, 4 of them on the front of a piece of paper. Are you guys familiar with the Xyron machine? This is an amazing little tool, and it is so helpful in so many different things. We use it for everything. It basically turns whatever you have into a sticker. So you run it through this machine, cut this off. I get these through a company called Product Performers. You just take the cellophane piece off the top, pull this sheet off. Your sticky stuff stays on the back side. It's a little bit large for what we normally do. And then all you have to do to make a very nice presentation with this box kit is to put this onto the front of your box, making a really quick, easy, fast kit that you can put together, and it shows very nicely as far as then to your customer. We've got a couple of these done up here where we show, basically we've just kind of made this a little bit smaller one. What you do then, you just download the pattern, run it off, everything is all included in there for you, and then you can cut the kits and put them in there just like that, making it a very, very simple little project. Another collection that we have coming out is actually going to be delivered in December. This is called Doodle Days Calendar. And this is a takeoff of a pattern that we did, and it was a full applique pattern that we did called Scatter Love Throughout the Year. So basically what you're getting is you're getting all your seasons, and then what we have is we've got a project where it shows how you could cut these each individually up and make them into a little panel that then interchanges onto a larger quilt. The full alphabet is included, so you can write a message on there, and there's little places to button those on and that type of thing. So this is Doodle Days Calendar. This one is available in December. It will be delivered in December. And then we also have all of the prints that go with it as well. And I would invite you to come up and look at those too. Some other things that you might want to do as far as packaging, this is a little, it's just what we call a doodle pad. Very simple little project, but when you can give your customer everything included in one little package, they're going to think they're getting a whole lot more. Even just going out and buying the notebooks and putting them in there with that, it's going to give them just a little bit more where they pick it up, and they might be more likely to pick it up if they've got everything included in there. Another thing is it's a great way to use up, say, old ribbons that you might not be selling too much anymore, or things that you've got laying around where you can put them together and make them look very attractive. Something else that Henry Glass is going to be doing, which I think is going to be kind of a game changer for your quilt shops, they are doing digital quilts. This one is actually one from Janet Nesbitt with One Sister. Now, if I get this right, I hope I will here. Greta, I'm going to have you. This is actually, Ed, no, I don't. I need you to help because I'm going to get the other one up. This is actually the digital, this is my Vanna's. The digital printout of the actual project. But I want you to see, yeah, if you want to hold part of it. I want you to see what that looks like once you get it quilted. If you buy the full line, and this is not just for Janet's, they will do these for any of the designers, for any of the collections. If you buy the full line, you will get the digital specific lines. Okay, ask them down there for sure, yes, okay, thank you. And please, if there's anything, please tell me. Specific lines. If you buy the full line, 15-yard cuts, it's free. 12-yard cuts, it's $25. $50 if you pick and choose. If you just want to buy it. Yeah, if you just want to buy it. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? Now, you're not going to get this, people, as far as quilted. You'll get this, but you give it to your long armor and they'll put it together so quickly. From a distance, you can hardly tell that these are not pieced quilts. And so it will really simplify the process as far as what you're doing in your quilt shops to get things done a little bit quicker. Are there any questions on that? That started in January, I think. Yeah, it starts in January. And then just ask them down in the Henry Glass or Studio E. It'll ship with the line when this, okay. Does everybody understand that part of it? Awesome. Like I say, you're more than welcome to come up and take a look at these when we're done, as far as that goes too. Just to give you a little bit here too, just a little bit more as far as, these are actually just paper printouts that we did, just to kind of give you a thought of maybe something that you could do for your shops to make it a little bit simpler if you don't have time for models. I would also like to say that I know for myself, we make all of our free projects up because we do a lot of retail shows. We make all of our free projects like all of these, and we will send them out to you and do a trunk show if you're interested. If you're buying a line of fabric and you need a quilt or you need the quilts that come with that, please give us a call because we'll send you those quilts so that you've got them in your stores for you to use for a trunk show. Yeah. Okay. And then I was going to show you this one as well. Whoopsie. This is actually the doodle days of the picture of the actual quilt, and then each one of these little panels, as well as the month sign and the little sign that you put down the side, those are interchangeable. So those you can change out as the year goes by, and you can make it just for whatever holiday that you're looking at. So I'm gonna leave it up for questions if we have any questions right now. Are there any? This one? This one's called Doodle Days Calendar. This is called, this is Doodle Days Calendar. This one is called No Foul Play. And Glad Tidings is the one that's over here. Any other questions? I've got some giveaways. I'd like to do here before we finish up. Oh, did anybody come in that did not put a card in here? Please bring it up here. I'm going to get down to the bottom here. Actually, what I've got is I've got a fat quarter bundle of the McAnderson's farm. And I've got one of our little kits that we've got. It's a little set of coasters. There again, same thing, guys. It's just a little box. Took the picture of the coasters, put it on the front, on the back. If you want to get information on the Xyron too, this is a great little tool to have. We use it all the time, and I can give you the information on that. We've got that. And then I've also got one of our little doodle pad kits that we're going to be giving away today. And if anybody is interested in any kind of a trunk show or anything like that, please talk to me afterwards. I would invite you to come up and look at some of these, look at the color cards, look at the fabric, ask if there's any questions that you have. I really appreciate you coming today. You're very welcome.